Hello everyone and welcome back to more mini motorways. Today we are heading into Beijing to continue our expert mode playthrough. Beijing has okay scores for expert mode. The drop off really starts here at probably, we'll call it 1200. So we're going to aim for somewhere around there. Maybe a little higher, maybe a little lower. We'll certainly see. That's an okay spawn to start. I'm not super happy with it, but it could be worse. It could be closer is what I mean. Maybe it's better to do it this way. So we maintain a secondary road space here. Perhaps. If, yellow houses don't spawn here. I might even just go ahead and throw that in here. If you have never played expert mode on many motorways, or you've never seen anybody else play it, the key differences from classic mode are once roadways turn dark gray, they are permanent. So this road and this road can no longer be destroyed. The other key difference is you get a very limited number of upgrades. So you can pick any upgrade that you want, but as you can see, we only get 9 of them, or we only get 8 of them. To start, I think I'm probably just going to go with motorway. Always a safe choice, always useful. I'll probably pick roundabout for my next one. I might even connect these two yellow populations. We shall see if there's anywhere I think would be better to use it. That's mediocre gray. I would prefer if these two didn't get intertwined, because now if any yellow spawns on this side of gray, it's basically useless. Seems we have a pattern developing here, though, of all of our housing population being on this side and all of our businesses on this side. Is that normal for Beijing? I don't actually remember. We are at Sunday again, and I think I'm probably still going to take the roundabout. If we do get a bunch of yellow down here below these grays, and either of these yellow businesses need it, I might just throw in a roundabout here or something, just to connect all of this. And try to avoid that for as long as possible, though. Right now we're doing okay. I think the first thing that will probably start to struggle are our yellow businesses, especially if this one levels up. This is not the best yellow spawn. I'm starting to think that maybe I should have ran these greens down and just sacrificed the bridge here. That yellow is slightly better. It might be beneficial to do a roundabout here and run yellow in somewhere in here. I'm probably just going to go ahead and take the motorway again. These grays, I really don't want to just run a road straight through like this, because I feel like that will probably bite us traffic-wise later. So what I think I'm going to do is put the roundabout here as originally planned. Run 2 roads, so we'll have one here. We'll have this gray go up and into here, And then this gray will connect into here. And then if this yellow needs any help, we can run a road here, through here, and then grab either these yellows by going up and around this little lake, or grab this yellow by going up and around this little lake. And hopefully that'll work out. Once again, I'd like to point out, this is the only house we've gotten past this side of the map so far. I'm still thinking it might be beneficial to sacrifice these greens, or sacrifice a bridge to send these greens this way, and then just run yellow this way. Because if this path exists, all of these greens should take this path, because it's shorter than this. So we could just put in this yellow road, and theoretically it would not affect the greens. That's decently far. I would really like to get some green spawn not inside of where our yellows are, if that's quite alright with the game, but I don't think it's going to give me what I want. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Okay. We have two options here. We could turn this up and then do something with the roundabout, or even do something down here where we have a little offshoot like this, which I think might be what we do. I'm gonna keep it decently far away from the entrance to this gray business, just so we don't affect traffic too much here. And if we end up getting a roundabout or like traffic lights or something, ooh, we could pick. I think I'll take the roundabout. Is there a way I can put this roundabout here and make this... Oh, no, we need to wait for the map to expand first. Alright. Alright. Now we have space. Oh, it's gonna, like, barely intersect with it and do the weird roundabout thing. We could put it there, though. Just like that. And there we go. That's perfect. I'd like to point out we got this road destroyed just barely in time before it would have no longer been possible. That was incredibly, incredibly close timing. For this one, we could run it up through these roundabouts and then in through here and then all the way around, and that would probably be faster. But in the interest of avoiding traffic on these two roundabouts, I think I'm just gonna try and go all the way around, like this. Decent amount of population here. I would think this would be okay. Hopefully. And again, if we do need this yellow population, we can connect this in through this roundabout, which I think I might go ahead and do, just because this yellow is starting to tick up a little bit. I think I am going to just go ahead and waste the bridge for our greens and run this guy along here. It might even be better to do this. And then turn these guys into this building. I think that's better. This is closer anyway. Another blue down here is really good. I wish I could get rid of this road so that more yellow could spawn here, but I unfortunately am unable to. I'm going to take the motorway. I know we are out of bridges, but a motorway is basically just a better bridge. That is a fantastic blue spawn. This is literally perfect. This intersection, this little row of houses, has every color on the map. Like, if we turn this yellow, it has every color on the map in this little row of houses right now. That's interesting, for sure. I think what I'm gonna do is just that, and then the next intersection thing that we get, I'm just going to turn into a roundabout, because the only other option we have is to do something funky like that, where we intercept blue anyway, so we might as well just keep this intersection really close together and get a roundabout when we get a roundabout. Or use a roundabout when we get a roundabout. That green is pretty bad. We don't really have the road tiles to address it right now. I don't particularly want to use a motorway on it. Ooh, wow, we're getting really lucky this game. This spawn is perfect. This green spawn? Yeah, I would take this green spawn every day. That's a beautiful, beautiful green spawn. Okay, this yellow spawn is good because we've got this yellow population right here, but I just wish that it was one little tile further away from this, because now the only way we can get to this without either running traffic through here and then through here, or forcing green to go all the way around through blue, is by running yellow all the way around, which we don't have the road tiles for. I'm just going to wait until Sunday. We're only in, what, week 4, I think? So we can wait until Sunday, and I don't think it will be a huge deal. I am going to take the roundabout, and I'm going to put it right here. Perfect. And then this will just go up. I want to leave a decent amount of space here because I really want to get more green here. I do not want to have to connect any more of these to this unless I absolutely have to. I just realized this is also the only blue that we're going to get here. We might get more blue on this side, but we're not going to get any here or here. Well, we could technically get it there, but we're not going to get it here or here or here or here. And we're not going to get any green here or here. So just things to keep in mind as we're planning how we want to do this traffic here. I think this roundabout is going to be really useful. It might even be beneficial to get another roundabout if we can find one. I'm going to run this one closer just so that this doesn't have to take up an extra road tile. Something like that. Yeah, see, I suspected that blue would spawn on this little island. I would like to get another roundabout if I can and put it here, probably, so that we can run 2 separate blue populations into here, and it won't be a big, huge traffic problem. And that would also allow us to motorway green in it at some point, which would be good, I think. Everything else seems to be doing okay. This blue is starting to struggle a little bit, which doesn't surprise me. I think I'm just going to do something like that for now, and then leave it be. This white is pretty mediocre. Another green here is really good. More white down here is also okay. Oh, okay. 2 options with that. Technically, we only have 1 option, but theoretically 2 options with that, which are motorwaying these guys up and over or motorwaying these guys up and over. I think I'm going to motorway these 2 because these 2 are closer to this guy. This guy's already struggling with just these 2. So eventually I would like to either motorway these guys into here or bridge them around. I think I would probably use a motorway for that because bridging them around would take 2 bridges, and I think we only have 3 upgrades left, which I think all 3 are going to be either motorways or roundabouts, because I love me some motorways and roundabouts. I think we're doing okay, though. Yeah, this blue is really starting to struggle. Just gonna do that again to get us to Sunday. I really don't want to make this road permanent if I don't have to. I'm not sure this is enough space to put a roundabout, though, is part of the concern that I have right now. If we need to just motorway this in, we can, and it won't be a terribly large issue. There's our Beijing Expert. Complete 500 trips in Beijing. Nice little gray population over here. Not terrible. That one's pretty mediocre, to be honest. That one's also pretty mediocre. We need them. We can, again, run them down like that. Motorway them in. These guys specifically would be good for motorway, something like this, and then down and into here, which I think we might go ahead and do, because this guy seems to be struggling quite a bit. And I don't think it's realistic to sit around and wait for enough road tiles to run them around like this. For yellow, that was feasible because this really isn't all that far, but this is pretty far. So we're just going to go ahead and use the motorway for that. I'm going to put the roundabout here. It doesn't really look like it goes well into that spot. I kind of hate it because of the way that it, like, exists in the space. It's going to be like a weird, janky curve thing. Also, I think... Does it even actually access the building? It does. It's just a little jank. Okay, that's fine. Can these houses access it? They can. Okay. That's not terrible. That's actually pretty doable. Oh no, I didn't mean for this road to be here. Oh no! That's a really good gray spawn for these grays up here. These grays are now going into our little motorway to help this guy. We got some spawn down here that I didn't see. I think it was this yellow, which I can just turn and have go into there, and that's fine. This is going to become a traffic nightmare. I might just have it go into there and then something like that. I don't know if I want to screw over blue like that, though. I don't know. This is already a traffic nightmare. It's fine. This gray, I think I'm just going to run a road here and have that be how it is. I do still eventually want to send these whites down and into here, but it seems like this guy has stopped struggling. I'm not sure what I did for him that made him stop struggling, but apparently he is not struggling anymore, so I guess that's convenient for us. We're gray here. Again, not that great, pretty useless. Might motorway it into here or into here if we need it, but not super helpful at this point. That gray is decent. Actually, I might send it down here through the blue roundabout. Ooh. Ooh, we're getting spawns. Okay. That yellow is pretty bad. It also just occurred to me that I blocked off my ability to get yellow into this roundabout by placing this gray motorway here. That was a really poor decision on my part. But it's okay. We can turn this guy this way. We can send... Actually, we don't have to do any of that. Because we can send 2 or 3 of these guys up and across and into there. We are out of road tiles, and I don't think there's anywhere we can save any, because this game hates me. It is Sunday. I'm just gonna let it tick up for a second, because we are on Sunday. Give me some road tiles. Thank you. Thank you very much. These greens are pretty mediocre. These 3 yellows come right up here and into there. These 2 greens will come straight across and into there. Perfect. No problems whatsoever. I'm getting more blue down here. That white is going to start struggling for population probably very quickly. So it might be beneficial to run a few of these whites up and into here. I realize now that I made this motorway just slightly too close to do that effectively. So what we're going to do is something a little funky like this. Once we get enough road tiles on Sunday, we'll do something a little funky where we run this up through here, make a separate road for yellow, and then theoretically yellow should take the separate, theoretically faster road. Looks like blue is starting to struggle. I think it might be time to put in this motorway. So we'll just do that. And that should help with both of these very quickly. Everything else seems to be doing okay. This gray is struggling a little bit. Looks like a population issue. You can go ahead and tuck that guy in there. This green isn't struggling at all. We could also run these grays in. Something like that. Run this yellow in as well. Run this yellow in as well. And everything else seems to be doing okay. I might go ahead and just run these whites up. Proceed with our janky yellow plan where we run through yellow just a little bit here. We are out of road tiles, so anything that needs help is just gonna have to hold out for a little bit. If we need to, we can connect this and send gray across here. But I would like to avoid that if possible, because all of this is already traffic hell. This yellow is going to need help sooner rather than later. It is Sunday. We'll be getting our road tiles. I'm going to send as many of these yellows as possible this way. That blue is pretty mediocre. I don't really have a good way to get more white down here besides stealing from here, which I think might be what I do. Okay. Suddenly all of this blue up here is not so bad. The reason I'm running this road one up is because blue can spawn... Actually, well, I guess it technically can't spawn here, but it can spawn here. So I'm not sure it's worth not having the roads for. So I might just fix that. Or not having the extra tiles to run a car there or run a road there if I need to. So we'll just go ahead and fix that. Green is pretty mediocre. Again, that green just leveled up, so it's gonna need a lot more help really, really quickly. Which is probably going to come in the form of running it around or through white and then into this roundabout if possible. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to manage that. It might be just screwing over yellow because this is going to need a lot of help quickly. We can get green spawning here, potentially. Turn this way, turn that this way, turn this way. Get this green onto here. Get that yellow onto there. Not really sure there's much else I can do here. I could potentially run some of these greens up and into here to help with this guy struggling, but I'm not sure that's the best idea. If I had one road tile of clearance down here, that would be really nice, but I don't, so I think I'm just gonna send these straight through white, completely fuck over their traffic, and send them through there. I just realized that I cussed. I am very sorry. We're at 1700. I didn't think we would get this far. My my Los Angeles run did not go this well. But we are getting pretty lucky here, I think. Decently lucky for sure. That blue is pretty mediocre. We could potentially connect this like that. Send it all the way around through here. Looks like gray is surging. I'm just gonna put in this here and that there and send all of this gray. Twenty road tiles. We may be getting close to the end, friends. Look at this. Look at this traffic. That's crazy. It's like yellow is struggling, but I don't think it's because we're out of yellow population. I think it's because of all of this traffic is insane. I think we're getting close to the end, folks. What's it gonna be? What takes us out? This traffic. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. 2,336. That is really not bad. That is much, much higher than what we were aiming for originally. I am pretty happy with that. Let's see. I think all of this traffic is just... It was just too many populations on too many roundabouts. Because if you look at it, this one roundabout had yellow and gray on it, and had this level 2 structure and this level 2 structure. This roundabout had green and white and blue and green and gray and yellow, all trying to go to yellow and gray and white and green and blue all the way up here. This roundabout had the same problem with blue and green and yellow and gray, and these greens I think were also coming through this roundabout and going this way to try and get into this guy. So we had all of this backing up into the parking lot here because none of these cars could get into the roundabout to leave the parking lot. So none of these cars that were waiting outside of the parking lot could actually get into their spaces to park. What actually killed us? This yellow. This yellow is just because I didn't have enough help for it. I think all of this yellow was getting eaten by this yellow. All of these cars were taking this long path around, all the way through here, through this roundabout, through this road, through this roundabout, through this road, through this roundabout, through this road, through this roundabout, and into this level 2 structure. Not good. Not good. I wish I hadn't had this connected, but the screen needed some extra help, so there wasn't really much we could do. I'm not sure how we could have optimized this. I feel like we did really well with the cards we were dealt. Maybe separating these blues somehow so that they weren't both on the same traffic light. This yellow was just in a really horrible spot, to be honest. I think I might just blame this yellow being in a really bad spot. We could have turned this yellow onto here. We could have had one extra going here. But I don't think any of that would have saved this. Overall, 2000's not bad. I'm not going to complain about 2000 on expert mode. I'm decently happy with that. Top 3%. Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that at all. 372nd. That's miles better than our top 20% that we had on Los Angeles. Anyway, that was Beijing's expert mode, my first attempt. Finished with a score of 2,300. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please feel free to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, whatever you're feeling, whatever makes you happy, and I will see you next time.